Holy shit, I'm in cosplay. Mwahaha. I know I'm streaming a little later than I usually do, and that's because I wanted to film a cosplay video before I decided to film this. I'm slowly gonna share. Though I will state, I kind of love being in cosplay, and the fact that this one's so comfortable, I don't mind being on stream in it. Yes, I am Elle from Death Note. That is who I'm cosplayed as. I'm glad someone recognized. You know what? That works too. But yeah. I draw the character, then I become the character. Because, you know, vibes. Hello. I'm doing okay. How are y'all doing? It's a wig. I want it, I bought it, I got it. You asking me L or Light Yagami when I'm dressed as L from Death Note? Bro, clearly I have a favorite. I like emo boys. They're fabulous. Exactly. You know, that's true. Do I have such a generic face that I can play any character? No, thank you. It is the middle of the night. Why would I yell? I have neighbors. I hate the art style of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. I'm sorry. I could never sit and watch it. It's the art style is so gaudy. I don't think I have a favorite anime character per se. I like a bunch of different ones for different reasons, and I find faults and good attributes in all of them. But that's also kind of what makes watching anime in itself so great, is because you can't fully love just any character because of their downfalls, because it's good writing at that point. You're not supposed to absolutely obsess or care about a character because every character has its bad traits. Um, Never. I do not want to ever cosplay that character. Considering your name has PTSD in it, it is kind of funny. Yes, I am L from Death Note. I like L. I don't know. Though a lot of the characters in Death Note were very prideful. I guess out of all of them, I did not hate L. Though I kind of loved Misa because she was a sassy bitch. Didn't he get written in the Death Note? No. I'm pretty sure Light turned into a Shinigami. I could be wrong. Don't take that in the wrong way. I don't know. It's been a very long time since I've read anything Death Note related. It's been so many years. Um, this was one of the first animes I ever watched was Death Note. I don't think Misa died. Not right away. Because wasn't Misa in like the prison? I have not watched the movie for Demon Slayer, but I have watched most of Demon Slayer. But I have, however, read the manga. So I kind of know what happens already, even if I don't watch the anime. You mean like when they get reincarnated? I am cosplaying. I hate Berserk. I hate everything about it. It should be burned. Oh, you're talking about Death Note still. Yeah. I've heard of it. I have not read it though. L from Death Note. So much is wrong with Berserk. So much is wrong with Berserk. Well, I mean, I'm in the period of ignoring the person because they don't deserve my attention. I think Naruto is overhyped, personally. I haven't watched enough Attack on Titan to think it's overhyped yet. I've only watched the first season. And I mean, like, the animation is really good, but the storyline is kind of messy. So I get why a lot of people wouldn't like Attack on Titan. But I also know another reason they probably won't like Attack on Titan is because of the fact that the main character you follow is the villain of the story. You're not meant to like the main character. You're meant to hate him. You get really attached to the main character because you watch their whole life story, but you basically watch the creation of a villain. I need my glasses. See, you're not supposed to like Eren Yeager. You're supposed to not like him. He's literally the villain of the story. He's meant to be hated. But I also am pretty sure most of the characters in the story are really just awful people. And they try to justify why they're awful no matter what. But all of the characters are really questionable. It's like none of them have morals or like a standpoint, but they have loyalty. So it feels like both sides are like part of a communist type lifestyle. Um, to be fair, I don't think the anime explains as much as the manga does. pretty sure the manga explains more. It goes into more details. But that's also why it's always better to read the books than it is to watch the show. Damn, really? They must not be that good of a writer. But also, same, bro. I have such bad anxiety that I ended up in a therapy group and now I take antidepressants. Hey, you can find one. I believe in you. They'll help you. I think I'm on like a version of Zoloft. I don't exactly remember. Well, I mean, isn't that how most parasites are kind of discovered? Is by accident? I've had no dreams. I don't smoke. I'm very against smoking in any form of way. See? But are you in groups? I have no dreams at all. You can just suffer without taking medicine like weed or stuff, Like, you can still get abused and not rationalize it as you want to take drugs. Not everyone falls down that path. Not everyone's stupid. Don't get me wrong. People can take medicines, but like, I don't believe in recreational medicine. I believe in prescriptions from a therapist and or doctor. And if not from those, then it's not useful. Mood, bro. I love reading. Yeah, I don't think I've ever read any of the Harry Potter books, I'm not gonna lie. Um, I watched the movies. I do have a favorite book. Though it's not just a book, it's a book series because it's multiple books to have the same story. I love this book. It is The Grey War Saga by Damon Laws. They have multiple books in the series, and it is amazing. Gender fluid means you go by any pronouns because you do not care what people use. I actually don't remember how many books are in this series. One, two, three, 4, 5. There's 5 books in the series. You don't know what was born between my legs. Lamau. I use all pronouns. Because I dress as all gingers. The only reason for people to get married is for tax benefits. It's Elle from Death Note. I mean, you can have that without. You can have a soulful bond between two people without marriage. Yeah, yeah, you can. It's called actually falling in love with someone and choosing to be with them for the rest of your life, even without a ring, because it's a waste of money. I would never date someone if they didn't see me as their end game. I've never seen Impractical Jokers. If you date someone, you're dating them for the reason that you want to be with them long term. I mean, I'm autistic, so I already think and react differently than the average person. I believe people love people, but not everyone is capable of loving the same way. Yes, I am cosplayed as Elle from Death Note. Not really. Maybe like physically or biologically, but mentally, I believe the only difference is the focus. Like socializing a person as a man versus socializing a person as a woman is completely different. Like men get socialized to be more like keep your emotions in and don't do this, don't do that, follow rules, pay for everything. And I feel like that's in itself is toxic because I believe values should be shared. It's not complex. It's called just being yourself. And if you think it's complex to be yourself, then you're not doing enough. It's not complicated to try to understand people. People are just gonna be themselves. And we just kind of move on and accept it. It's not complicated to accept things. Yeah, that's what therapy is for, though. If you feel free to be yourself, then you're more normal. I'm struggling to read them because I have my glasses off. So if I'm missing comments, my bad. Especially since you guys text really fast. I can only read so fast. Yeah, I can only read so fast. My bad. Considering I tell people the truth even when they don't want to hear it, um it gives them really funny reactions. Like just accept people. It's not that hard. You don't have to understand the fundamentals of every single thing that exists out there. You just have to accept that it exists and move on. Um, I use like a picker wheel and just let it choose what cosplay I'm doing. Hello. Um, my favorite artist. Um, the only one that I can really think of is someone I actually met in person. Um, Their name was Dennis. He was a schizophrenic, and the only portrait he ever made that he had ever finished was a portrait he did of my mother, and he drew her as an angel and a devil, and it was so beautiful. So I will always appreciate them as an artist. And I wish they had more completed art, but since their schizophrenia is so bad, they keep destroying it before they sell it. But they are such an amazing artist. Um, my mom's a pagan, so I grew up with very naturalistic values. So she always taught me love the world, care about people, and never judge because that's not our job. My dad's an atheist, but he also is definitely where I got my mental problems from. I don't know much about the Gorillaz. I know there's like music based on it, but yeah. But a lot of my values and stuff came from the fact that my parents taught me. I hope you enjoy that that's actually how I can whistle. No. I did the cat call whistle. No, I like my teeth. Um, well, I mean, maybe it's the fact that I can pick up any skill very easily. Like, welding. I wanted to learn how to weld so that I could put rings together. I learned how to weld. I was given the tools, I learned the skill. Now I know it. You can call me Glam or Drea. Um, I mean, it depends on the scale. It's a lot easier to weld something big together than it is to weld something tiny together. Because if you add too much of this medium, then it's not smooth and it doesn't lay flat against the hand. But if you add too little, then it doesn't stay together. You also have to sand down pieces to make sure the copper underneath is exposed, or use the right kinds of metals, and if you're using the wrong kinds of metals, it doesn't work. Hello. No, I'm not gonna weld on camera because I'm so bad. My room looks messy. You mean the fact that I have just a bunch of wigs in my background? See, the thing is, my room is very organized. There's just a lot of shit. I plan to be a therapist so that people can be, yeah. I want to help people with mental issues. I want to teach them coping strategies and understand where they're from. Because I've gone through a lot of shit, which means I can understand and empathize with people in ways that some may not be able to. Hmm. I don't know how to say your gamer tag. I believe we can learn from each other to grow, be better people, and feel better. I am dressed as Elle from Death Note. I mean, there's online therapy, right? Where you just have to join meeting rooms and stuff. It doesn't mean that you need to have like your entire morning available, but it is worth it. Yes. What is your question? I think we can learn from people who have like mental instability. I mean, they suffer the most. And I think the more we study psychology and the brain and how it works and how people react, well, I mean, I wish misfortune upon some people, but I'm not gonna do anything because I know that if they're a bad person that I hate, that they're gonna ruin their own life and I don't have to do anything for it. I mean, when I was younger, I could never understand why people were the way they were fundamentally. So that's why I kind of went down the psychology path originally. And now that I'm older, I'm just like, wow, people are suffering and they really need someone who can empathize with them. Because when you're depressed, you do not want pity. It makes you feel invalidated. You want empathy, not pity. I don't have a hero complex in the same way. Like, if someone fucks up their life, they do it on their own. I don't know any poets. Not off the top of my head. I hate children. Don't get me wrong. I won't be an asshole to kids. I just don't like them. I find them really gross. They're disgusting, vile creatures. Hello. Though I also don't like dogs. Don't get me wrong, I don't hate dogs. I find them adorable from a distance. I don't like being around dogs very much because they're just too much energy. Babies are disgusting. I think I hate babies more than I hate kids. Like, I'll be nice to dogs, I'll be nice to kids. I think the irony is that children absolutely love me because I'm so honest with them. I believe in treating children like adults by just talking to them like a normal person so that they can learn language a lot better. Um, but I want them to stay away from me because they are covered in germs. I still think it's funny that children absolutely love being around me. I don't know why. I don't think it's okay to hurt anything if you don't like it. Just stay away from it if you don't like it, or don't interact with it if you don't like it. Don't get me wrong, I babysit my nephew. Um, I'll make sure they get to school on time. I'll make sure they eat breakfast. I don't have to like them to take care of someone. Children deserved to be Children deserve to be taken care of whether you like them or not. I hate that he can't speak, and I hate that he's gross. I think my hate is just of germs, I'm not gonna lie. And children, I assimilate to having germs, so I want them to stay away from me. I can still wish the best for things that I hate. It's like, hope you get better, become less gross. But that takes growth and learning. You have never met a toddler. Children will put literally anything in their mouths. They'll touch absolutely everything again and put their hands in their mouths. They get sick so easily. There's a reason. Yeah, no, that's. If there's one thing that I'll never want to do, is have to change a diaper. I've had to change a diaper once to help out my friend. Never again. I almost vomited on the child. It is so vile. Hello. I am cosplaying. Asks if I wear wigs with like a shit ton of wigs in my background and one on my head. That is a wild question. I'm dressed as Elle from Death Note. Um, I really don't like Berserk. It really freaks me out. It's so gross. I listen to a lot of different genres of music. I listen to some metal. I listen to all genres. Just a little bit of everything. To be fair, Death Note was one of the first animes I've ever watched or seen. I am cosplayed as Elle from Death Note. I am. I even drew my favorite boy. I mean, it was messier earlier. Do you want to go through my notebook with me? Because I drew a lot of characters. Approximately this many different ones. I got Marceline. I got this is Shenhe. This is a kitsune. This is Mitsuri. Sarah. This is Athena. Thelma. Todoroki. Twilight Sparkle. Present Mike. Fluttershy. Pinkie Pie. Lapis Lazuli. Lisa from Genshin Impact. Bro, I scared 2 kids while dressed as a kitsune. 2 kids ran away crying. Oh, another Mitsuri. Shinobu. Draculaura. Charlie. Junko Enoshima. I don't remember this girl's name. Someone asked me to draw her. This is Toka. Sukuna. Miku. Pomni. Bendy. Lute. Saitama. I used to call this character Satayama, and it made my friend so angry because I've never seen One Punch Man. Uraraka. Zoe from K-Pop Demon Hunters. Emily. I drew a Shinigami. Very fitting, isn't it? I drew a siren. Roxanne. Another character from Death Note. Light. Miss Joke. Sukuna, again. To be. There's Misa. Zelda. Mirko. Bayonetta. Senko the Helpful Fox. Madam Ping. Mario. Draculaura again. Storm from X-Men. Link. Cartman. I started drawing since 3rd grade, but I only became good at art in high school. Runa, Nezuko, Igoro, Uta Ime, Sal, Anubis, Freddie, Mary, Yor, Wednesday, Lance, Morticia, Miku, Keith, Hawks, Raven, Mari, Zenitsu, Sarah, Kano, Deku, Vi, Arlecchino, Killua, Mina, Bakugo, Keith again, Jiro, Powder, and Kano again. I still have like this many pages left, so that's how many more characters I can fit in this notebook before I have to move on to a new one. But, yeah. I was showing off my art. I don't have a favorite. Yeah, no, some of it I hate, absolutely. But you know what? It's my first time ever drawing in this art style, so yeah. Yes. Hello. Yeah, I actually have two jobs. Actually, I tried to work at a bakery and did not get hired. Hello. I am dressed as Elle from Death Note. Don't they look the same? Yeah. No, I have never cosplayed as Light Yagami. Um, I actually don't have a wig that looks like his hair. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, if there's one thing I'll ever know is I don't find myself attractive, but other people find me attractive. So the best thing I can give when it comes to advice for how you feel about yourself is you're not supposed to be attracted to yourself. You're just supposed to feel confident in your body. And also healthy. If you don't feel healthy and confident, then try to get to a point where you are both healthy and confident. Personality still matters way more than how you physically look, though. Starving yourself can actually make you gain weight, and it can also put you in a state of binge eating. Um, it's important to learn healthy balances of food. I think tomatoes are delicious. I mean, I dress as anime characters because it's fun. It is an L cosplay. I remember I had a friend in high school who would gain weight really easily because she had a binge eating disorder. And the way I helped her stop binge eating was I would eat with her and she would eat exactly what I would be eating. And that's actually how I helped her through her binge eating disorder for a very long time. Her mother hated me. So we stopped being friends, but when we were together, within a week, she lost like 5 pounds, I remember. And she felt so proud of herself for not binge eating at night or not feeling starved or upset with her body. And I was proud of her for that. She wanted to be healthy. She just did not know how. And that's okay. Some of us just don't know how to exist. It's hard to learn how to exist if you don't have the same template that everyone else was given. Like, imagine everyone was given a rule book and a guideline book, and you were given the wrong book, and you didn't know. So you're trying to follow along on each page, but it's completely different. That's kind of how it is to have a mental illness versus living with or around people who don't have the mental illnesses that you suffer with. They were just given a different book, and we're not on the same page because we're not even in the same book. We understand the world fundamentally different. We see it through a different lens, through a different story, and through a different set of understandings of rules and guidelines. We are not the same. We are different. And that is okay. It is okay to be different, fundamentally. So, I think that's just my outlook on life. We're all in our own story, and we're just following a different set of guidelines and rules. A character can be considered powerful in one universe, but weak in another. Both books have different guidelines. Someone disabled my chat. I am 22, and they think I'm a child. I'm gonna end stream, because it's not fun to stream if you can't see chat. Peace, love, have a good day, my fab fans. And I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.